Imagine staring into the night sky and realizing the stars are watching you back, waiting. Our story begins in the isolated town of Dunwich, nestled deep in the fog-laden forests of New England. The air is thick with an unnatural chill, and the townsfolk speak in hushed whispers of strange lights and unexplainable disappearances. The dense mist that clings to the gnarled branches of ancient trees seems almost alive, swirling with secrets too dark to name. It is a place where the veil between reality and nightmare thins, and where time itself feels distorted. Our protagonist, Dr. Evelyn Marsh, is an astrophysicist obsessed with the cosmos, drawn to Dunwich by reports of erratic cosmic signals detected from a nearby observatory abandoned for decades. She is a woman of science and reason, her mind honed by years of study and research. Yet beneath her calm exterior lies a restless curiosity, a hunger to understand the unknown that others fear to confront. Evelyn's fascination with the stars has always been more than academic. It's personal, a silent yearning to find meaning in the vast, indifferent universe. Evelyn arrives at the dilapidated observatory just as twilight surrenders to night. The iron dome is rusted and pitted. It seems cracked from years of neglect. The giant telescope inside leans crookedly toward the void, as if bowing under the weight of unseen forces. The building itself seems to breathe with a slow, mournful rhythm, a relic of forgotten dreams and abandoned hopes. Vines creep up the stone walls, and broken windows gape like hollow eyes, staring into the darkness. Inside, dust motes drift lazily through the stale air, illuminated by the weak glow of Evelyn's flashlight. Faded star charts and yellowed notebooks lie scattered across a cluttered desk, their pages brittle with age. Symbols and diagrams hint at esoteric knowledge, a language lost to time. Evelyn sets up her equipment meticulously, her fingers steady despite the eerie silence that presses in around her. Her instruments hum softly, alive once more after decades of dormancy. As midnight approaches, the signals begin to intensify. What started as faint, irregular pulses now evolve into warped frequencies that seem less like data and more like whispers. They slither through the airwaves, twisting and turning, teasing the edges of comprehension. Evelyn's eyes widen as she deciphers patterns embedded within the noise, mathematical sequences that defy known physics, resonances that echo with an unsettling familiarity. Suddenly, the telescope's lens begins to shimmer, a subtle distortion that ripples across its surface. Instead of reflecting the distant stars, it reveals a swirling void filled with impossible geometries, shapes that twist and fold beyond human comprehension. Angles that should not exist, surfaces that loop back on themselves, and depths that seem infinite. The very fabric of reality seems to thin and buckle before her eyes. Evelyn's heart pounds, caught between awe and terror. Outside, the night sky warps into a tapestry of shifting colors, vivid hues bleeding into one another like liquid light, forming a hidden cosmos beneath our own. Stars fracture and realign, constellations dissolve and reform with alien logic. The air grows thick with an electric charge, and a low hum vibrates through the floorboards. From the void, a voice speaks, not with words but with raw emotion and ancient intent. It reverberates in Evelyn's mind, bypassing language and cognition, touching something primordial within her. The voice tells of entities older than time itself, cosmic beings who lurk between dimensions, feeding on the fears and sanity of humankind. They exist beyond the scope of mortal understanding, their motives inscrutable and their presence a blight on the universe's fragile order. Evelyn realizes the signals are a beacon, a summons unwittingly sent by the observatory's original astronomer decades ago, who vanished without a trace. The man's obsession had led him to pierce the veil between worlds, and in doing so, had invited something monstrous into our reality. His notes speak of dreams turning to nightmares, of shadows that crawl and whisper, of a creeping madness that consumed him. As the night deepens, shadows stretch unnaturally across the walls, twisting and elongating into grotesque shapes. Evelyn's reality begins to fracture. The boundaries between the physical and the metaphysical blur. She sees fleeting glimpses of monstrous forms, tentacles writhing in the dark, eyes glowing with malevolent intelligence, faces contorted in silent screams. The air grows colder still, biting into her skin like icy needles. Her mind teeters on the edge of madness, torn between scientific curiosity and primal terror. Memories of childhood fears and forgotten nightmares rise unbidden, merging with the incomprehensible visions before her. She questions her own sanity, wondering if the cosmos itself is unraveling, or if she is simply losing her grip on reality. Faced with a choice, Evelyn hesitates. To shut down the equipment and seal the observatory would be to abandon the quest for knowledge, to turn away from the mysteries that beckon. Yet to delve deeper into the cosmic abyss is to risk everything: her mind, her soul, perhaps even her existence. The voice from the void promises forbidden knowledge and power beyond imagination, but at a terrible cost. It whispers of transcendence and domination, of secrets that could reshape humanity's place in the universe. With trembling hands, Evelyn reaches out and touches the telescope's cold metal. The world dissolves into starlight, a kaleidoscope of brilliance that swirls and pulses with life. She feels herself being drawn through layers of reality, slipping between dimensions, becoming something new and unknowable. The last thing she perceives is the gaze of 1,000 unseen eyes, watching, waiting. The next morning, the townsfolk find the observatory empty, save for the telescope, now eerily silent. Its lens reflects only the empty sky, devoid of color and life. Evelyn Marsh is never seen again. Rumors spread. Some say she was consumed by the void, others that she transcended into a higher plane of existence. The truth remains locked within the shadows. But sometimes, on the darkest nights, the stars above Dunwich flicker with strange, unnatural light, like eyes watching, waiting, and whispering secrets better left unheard. The townsfolk shutter their windows and whisper prayers, hoping the abyss will not look back again. And deep in the forest, beneath the twisted branches and swirling mists, the observatory stands silent, a sentinel to the unknown, a monument to human curiosity and its perilous price.